Welcome to the Eazy Stitch Saniwear project. In this short video I'm going to show you how to make a washable and reusable sanitary towel quickly and easily using scraps of recycled fabric and plastic. Now these can be assembled and finished off either by hand or by sewing machine. This project has been developed by Eazy Stitch with the idea of making a difference in communities where people cannot afford store-bought sanitary towels. It's also been developed though for those who would prefer to make their own purely in the interest of preserving Mother Earth by recycling and not creating extra waste material. Please feel free to share this video with everybody who would be able to use this information. But because this is a project that has been developed with the aim of helping others, please do not use this pattern and information to make a financial profit. Should you wish to become involved in making these washable, reusable sanitary towels so that you can distribute to communities in your area as a gift from your heart, that would be ideal. Eazy Stitch also has a group of ladies that make these, and when enough have been made, they are dropped off in packages at schools in areas where a need has been identified. Now this may be something that you would like to start in your area to make a difference in the lives of those in need. Now let's have a look at what they are made of before we have a look at how to make them. They consist of a top layer of fabric. The top layer must be a soft absorbent fabric because this is the fabric that's in contact with the body. Now that gets lined with a piece of toweling for extra absorbency. Then in between we have a waterproof or plastic fabric, and right at the bottom we have a soft polycotton or cotton fabric. For the top layer, we can use old t-shirts, old flannelette pajamas, or any similar type of fabric as long as it is soft and absorbent. For the toweling layer that gets attached to the back of the top layer, you can always recycle old towels and cut them up into strips. For the waterproof layer that goes in between, you could use any plastic bags like freezer bags, recycled shopping bags, or any other type of waterproof fabric. For the very bottom layer, you can use any cotton or polycotton type fabric, so you can recycle old garments and old sheets and pillowcases. Download and print the PDF pattern. If you can't print the PDF pattern, I'll show you in the next step how to make a pattern using a pencil and a ruler. But you will cut the pattern out and you'll use this pattern to cut a layer of fabric for the top. So that is your t-shirt fabric or your flannelette fabric. Then you'll cut a layer of the plastic fabric from your pattern, and you'll cut a layer of the polycotton also from your pattern. Then you'll also need to cut a strip of toweling that is 6 centimeters wide. Just a tip, you can cut yourself a strip of cardboard that is 6 centimeters wide and then put that onto your towel and cut strips quickly and easily. Step number 1 is to take the strip of toweling folded double and put that down the middle of the top layer. Now we are going to stitch it on either using a sewing machine, or we can stitch by hand using a needle and thread. Step number 2, cut the toweling in line with the edge of the fabric at the top and the bottom. Step number 3, put the plastic or waterproof layer on top of the towel. Step number 4, take the polycotton layer and put that on top of the plastic or waterproof layer. The last step is to stitch all the way around, but make sure that you stitch through all 3 layers. using a handheld needle and thread. If you prefer to use the sewing machine to finish off the edges, you could use a zigzag stitch or an overcasting stitch. You could also use an overlocker to stitch all three edges together. Here is a tip. When you stitch the toweling onto the top layer, only stitch the toweling to the top layer. Do not put the toweling on, then the plastic, then the poly cotton, and stitch through all the layers, because if you do that, the stitches are going to make holes in the waterproof fabric, and then there won't be that protection anymore because there will be holes inside the plastic. If you are not able to print a pattern, you can make one yourself very easily with a pencil and a ruler on a piece of paper. So start by drawing a line 19 centimeters long, then draw a line across the bottom that is 14 centimeters long. So you would then have 19 and 14 and 19 and 14. So that is how you start your pattern. The next step is put the ruler from the one corner to the other corner of the block and draw a line. Then we're going to do the same on the other side. So it's from corner to corner and you would draw a line. Now we're going to draw a line down the middle from the top to the bottom through the middle of the cross. Then we'll draw a line through the middle from side to side through the middle of the cross. Now we're going to make some marks 1 centimeter away from the center line that's going from the top to the bottom. So there you can see 1 centimeter. Then we are going to measure 3 centimeters down this line, and then we are going to measure 2 centimeters away from the middle line going from side to side. So there you can see I've made a mark 1 centimeter away, 3 centimeters away, and 2 centimeters away. Now we want to join these 3 marks in a nice smooth curve. So I start from mark number 1 and I just join that up, and then I carry on and I join to the last mark. So we can just draw that in, and there we've got a curve that joins those 3 marks together. Now I want to have that same curve on all 4 sides. So to do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold the pattern down this middle line that goes from top to bottom. So I fold that, and now I'm going to fold the pattern along the line that runs from side to side. So there I've got my pattern folded. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my pair of scissors and I'm going to cut this shape out. So we take our scissors and we're going to just cut along the edges of the shape. Then I can open up my pattern, and there you have your pattern ready made. Now we need to make marks on either side of the center line where the toweling goes. So we just measure 3 centimeters away from the center line running from top to bottom on both sides, and then we just join those lines together. So then that is where the toweling will go. So that is how simple it is to make your own pattern. If you cannot print a pattern, then you make your own. Here are some tips for washing your sani pads. You can soak them in cold water with a little bit of vinegar added, then rinse them out and give them a wash, also in cold water with some soap added, and then rinse them until the water runs clear. If you are going to wash them in a washing machine, then what you could do is pop them into one of these zippered laundry bags and then throw that into the washing machine with the regular washing.